Hello again, my friends, and welcome to another episode of Body Trim TV. Today's a teachy one. Today's one I want to talk about the psychology of weight loss and what I think is the biggest battle for all of us, and that is the 6 inches between our ears. I know it is for me, and I reckon you might be able to relate to it as well. Because I'm going to assume a few things. You're watching this right now, and you think body trim somewhere from good to awesome, because you're having a look at this video. Body trim takes care of the physiology of weight loss, but what I want to touch on today is the psychology, what goes on up here. And a little thing called life. And I reckon it's real easy for all of us to lose weight when things are good. When things are going well, everything flows. 3 meals, 3 snacks, 10,000 steps, 2 to 3 litres of water, all those key principles of the system. But what about when we're doing it a bit tough? What about, I guess, when the cards aren't dealt in our favour and life is not necessarily going in our way, and we've all been there. And I guess I'll draw on my own personal experience as I share this story with you and hopefully teach you a few things today. I know myself, I have my ups and downs. And I guess more so than most, my ups can be real high and my downs quite low. I guess one of my big goals is consistency in my own personal space, if you will. But what I try and focus on always is when I'm not top of the pops, hitting them out of the park, seeing them like watermelons, all those acronyms for all the sporting people out there that I do love. One of the things I focus on is that maybe tomorrow or the next day things will be better, things will pick up. And just to do the basics to the best of your ability when you're not feeling 100%. There might be some issues at work, personal life, bit of both. Hey, life gets in the way always, but life's always going to be there. Don't wait for it to be perfect. Don't hit stop when it's not, but focus on those key principles and just do your best through the tough times. This is where the battle's won and lost. This is where the war has to be fought. I believe across the body trim system, I've equipped you with everything I can give you when it comes to the physiology, but a little bit of psychology, so important too. And this can be where we trip ourselves over more often than not. We can self-sabotage, talk ourselves into believing that maybe I don't deserve to have the body of my dreams. That voice that talks to yourself, it does me. There's 2 of them. One's yes, I can, and one's no, you can't. And it's the ability to tell that voice of no, you can't, to beat it, and to listen to the one that says yes, you can. And in the low times, that negative voice is going to be pretty loud, and we have to block him out. But it ain't going to be perfect, and it never will be when times aren't great. But today's all about the hills and the valleys, the swings and the roundabouts that is this game we call life. And I guess if I can leave you with this message that through those low points, she doesn't have to be perfect, and it's going to be better just around the corner, but just follow the basics and don't be too hard on yourself if you drop the ball here and there. That's not game over. That's just part of the journey. It really is part of the journey. This whole thing's a journey, and here's the best news of all. We're going to take it together. I'm not going anywhere, folks, but I am totally committed to your success. And from the bottom of my heart, I think one of the best ways I can do that is share my ups and downs, my peaks and troughs. Because you know what? We're all the same. None of us are perfect. I know I'm so far from it. But the more we share, the more we care about each other and each other's goals, we can get it done. I hope that really touches you. You have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Hey everyone, I'm Jim with You Get Ripped, and today you might notice I've got some glasses on. I am 43, my eyes are going bad. I'm going to read some notes here today, so I want to make sure I can see. What I'm going to talk about is a diet, or not a diet, a way to lose weight. I did a video the other day in regards to the best diet to lose weight. And I talked about eating healthier, eating bad foods or junk foods, exercising or not exercising. Today I'm going to talk about not eating very well and not exercising. And let me just say that this is not the way I think you should do it, but I know that a lot of people don't want to give up the foods they eat, or they don't want to give up alcohol, for example, is something that I've come across a lot lately, where people don't want to give that up, and there's calories in that, don't forget. So, and a lot of people don't want to exercise. Now, I do think you should exercise, and we'll get into that in another session, but today we're just going to talk about how can you lose weight by still eating the same food you're eating today and not adding any exercise to your regimen. And again, it's going to come down to a calorie deficit. So first off, what I want to start with is labels. So I've got a potato chip bag here, and you can really learn a lot from reading a label. For example, this one here basically says that one serving size is 12 potato chips. Now, I don't know anyone who sits down and eats just 12 potato chips. But if you did just eat those 12, that's 160 calories. That's a lot of calories just for 12 chips. But if that's how you want to, if that's the kinds of food you want to eat, that's fine. If you want to eat 24 chips, you've got to know that you're going to be up over 300 calories already. And that's just, and you're not even getting anything to eat. One of your meals should be between maybe 300, 450 calories. So 24 chips really doesn't make a very good meal. But if that's what you want to do, that's fine. You just want to make sure you stay under that calories. Another point that I wanted to make was on protein. If you're going to be eating foods that aren't that good for you, or higher density calories, then you're going to want to make sure you're getting enough protein. Now, if you're not doing any activity, you should be having about 1/3 your weight in protein at least. So if you're 200 pounds, you should be having about 66 grams of protein at a minimum. So you want to make sure you look at that. Another point I want to make here, and it is on this bag, it tells you calories per gram. Okay? So if you're having 1 gram of fat, that is 9 calories. So you really want to watch your fat intake as well, because in compared to carbohydrates and protein, those each have 4 calories per gram. So you can see if you're having fat, you're more than double the calorie intake. So you want to watch your fat. So again, calorie deficit is very important. And I also talked about, let me see if I covered everything there. I covered drinking and all that. If you're drinking sodas, any kind of sports drinks, anything you drink other than water is going to have calories, and you need to account for that. Now you might be thinking, I'm not going to sit there and count out my potato chips or weigh my food and measure all my calories. That's fine. But you got to get yourself to a point where you're doing some kind of portion control. So, there's tricks like, say for instance for dinner, put your food on a smaller plate. If you think you're at the point where you're full, stop. Give yourself about 15-20 minutes to allow yourself to know that you're full. Because if you eat your portion and then you keep eating food after that, you can keep stretching your stomach and eat more than you need to. So you want to try to just eat the amount of food that you need. Now, again, this is not the best way to lose weight, but I want to bring it up because I know there are, again, people out there that just don't want to exercise, don't want to count the calories, don't want to eat healthy foods. They just want to keep doing what they're doing and lose the weight. So maybe they're taking some pills that raise their metabolism. I don't even know what they do. I do know this, though. My wife, a few years ago, was taking something. I don't even know what it was. And she was losing weight. So whatever it does, it helped her lose weight. Suppresses her appetite, raises her metabolism, whatever it is. But she ended up having to go to the doctor with an accelerated heart rate, and it's just not healthy for you. So keep that in mind. I will make some other videos, and we'll start talking about when you implement healthy foods, when you start to implement exercise and all those kinds of things. So hopefully this video helps. Good luck. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.